Hello! Welcome, this is the final part of my Smash Bros. Ultimate tier list. The top tiers, who do I think is the best in the game? Who do I think is top 5, top 10? We are going to find out today. Now, I hope you've been enjoying this tier list. If you have, please drop a thumbs up on this video. It really helps out the channel a lot. But I have to admit, I have thought of one change on my tier list so far. So the character I'm going to change is Ness. Now, the reason I put Ness in mid-tier is because I thought he just lost some matchups way too hard, so he couldn't be a high-tier character. Like, he just gets really wrecked by Palutena, by Lucina, by Shulk. But then I realized, hang on, that's kind of it. And then Ness does well against a lot of characters. Like, Ness can go even with a lot of top tier characters, so he can't be mid tier. This character is so broken. His combo game is insane. His advantage state is cooked and really safe. Like, he can literally edge guard you while sitting on stage. You just like use his mind powers, send an electric ball after you, starts ledge trapping with the yo-yo charged hitboxes. And where I'm going to move him is up here, just slightly above Terry, a character. Terry, I feel like he's similar to Ness. He gets outranged, he gets edge guarded, but Ness does better than Terry in a lot of other matchups. Like, Terry's also getting wrecked by like Pikachu and Pichu. So yeah, this is where I'm putting Ness now. Readjusted it all a bit. But here we go, let's get into the top tiers. In the bottom of top tier, up first, I have put INkling. Now, this character used to be considered the best in the entire game earlier on. However, INkling has dropped down a bit, and I think people have kind of figured out a bit how to deal with Roller. They understand now when to avoid INkling's grab. They are kind of more aware of INkling's stupid running hitbox, where INkling just ducks under so many moves, even flies over moves sometimes. This character's run... The run animation is the most annoying thing in the game. Nintendo, why did you do that? But yeah, there's not too much bad to say about this character. Just like every other character in the top tier section, I think they're all really good and an amazing combo game. The Roller is still a fantastic confirm. Just like, oh, you're in the ground and not shielding, you just die now. Back air is a move that just really carries this character. It's a move that's safe in neutral, has a tremendously large hitbox, can go out there for edge guards with it as well, can even edge guard with the up B. Like, you miss the edge guard and then you're recovering. Oh, I actually killed you while I was recovering with my up B. How good's that? Now, next up, in my opinion, the best projectile character in the game, and that is Snake. This character is a camping beast, so good with all the different special moves Snake has to just stuff out characters in neutral. Snake's neutral game is just absolutely incredible, and he kind of just neutrals his way all the way to victory. Now, a lot of similar projectile characters like Young Link, Mega Man also have a fantastic neutral, very similar to Snake, but Snake has a few advantages over these characters, which I think makes him better. For one, he has his recovery, which actually is pretty good. If you just go super duper high, some characters just can't deal with that whatsoever, and so that's a lot better recovery than some of these other projectile characters, in my opinion. Snake is also a bit thicker of a boy. He isn't getting killed as early as these characters, but even though he's a heavy, he's not getting comboed that hard by characters as well, because he has that stupid thing where he pulls out the grenade and it just blows you both up if your combo isn't like frame perfect, which can really get him out of a lot of sticky situations. And those trades where you both blow up are actually good for him, because Snake is probably a heavier character than you. He also has the incredible kill power coming in, especially with his up tilt. Even back airs off the stage, he can kind of go out there for edge guards as well. But this character has amazing neutral, but also good disadvantage and scary advantage state with his kill power as well. Next up, I have put Sonic. Now, this character had a bit of a fall from grace since the last Smash Bros, where he was definitely considered top tier by everyone. In this game, I don't think everyone considers him top tier, but I do, and here's why. Of course, Sonic's speed is absolutely bonkers. He is faster than every character in the game. He has a good shot at camping out every single character in the game because of this. And a character that's so good at running away that also has such a crazy approach option with the spin dash, leading into some incredible combos, is just a deadly bait and punish combination. Now, next up is a DLC character that we really haven't been able to see much of offline, so it's very difficult to rank, but that is Sephiroth. I don't know what it is with Sakurai just giving DLC characters stupid, ridiculous range, but Sephiroth is definitely one of the characters who has benefited from this. Honestly, he's got a giant sword, and it's really good. A lot of characters can't deal with it, they can't get in, and he isn't one of those characters that just has a giant sword and when you get in, it's all good. No, he can do a bit of scrapping as well. Sephiroth has some fantastic combos using the neutral air. If he lands one of those side Bs on you as well, did I talk about he has a projectile to help his camping game as well as his long sword. This character is just outranging you with the side B, with the sword for the entire match, and still getting some combos when you get in, and doesn't have a bad recovery whatsoever, and can go out there for the edge guards as well. Like, a fantastic character. I just wish I could see more of him to judge my opinion on him a bit stronger. But this is where I think Sephiroth is at the moment. Next up, I have put Wolf, a classic fundamental character. This character has some great combos that are also easy. A great neutral that's also pretty easy with the help of his laser and his giant aerials that just come out really fast. Just such a solid character that barely loses any matchups, really only struggles with the fact that he can get comboed hard and edge guarded pretty hard off stage as well, but even then it can be pretty scary. Like Wolf's side B, you go up for the edge guard, you just miss, and now when you're recovering he kills you with his side B at like 20%, so you do have to be a bit careful. But I think this character is just so solid in the neutral and advantage state, kind of beating every character in the game in that aspect, and then could just sometimes get a bit too messed up off stage with Wolf's disadvantage. Now, next up, I have put Pokemon Trainer, a character that is 3 characters, and so can really deal with a lot of matchups. Like, oh no, I'm fighting a scary character like Pichu who can really get in. Well, let's just go Squirtle and be equally as fast and equally as scary in our combos and just go toe to toe. Oh no, we're versing Ryu. Let's just go Ivysaur and really just stand back and play the neutral game really well, and then go off stage for big edge guards. Even switch to Charizard to go off there, just land one back air for the kill. This character really does have an answer for almost every single character in the game. Like, oh, I'm versing Chrom. Let's just kind of stay Squirtle for a lot of the match because I'm so fast. I can get amazing edge guards with the help of the water gun as well. I could just gimp Chrom every time he recovers. I think this character is really, really scary and doesn't have many losing matchups because of the fact it can just switch and just try and stay with Squirtle if Squirtle's good in the matchup, you know what I mean? And this character's worth has been proven by a lot of top players, which kind of backs up the claims that this character is really good. You got Ned, you got Tweak, of course, coming second, almost first at Evo with Pokemon Trainer. You have an amazing Japanese Pokemon trainer called Adalia who 3-0'd Sakurai. Feel free to check out that video on my channel if you want to see some Pokemon trainer action. But yeah, this character, fantastic. Next up, I have put Peach. This is a combo heavy character. This character is just relying on the fact that they can get their combo started and just go crazy. I do think though that Peach isn't one of the top 5 characters in the game like some people like to think, just because I think her neutral is kind of whack, and against a lot of characters, even characters like Young Link, like characters like Game & Watch, they're just kind of beating her out in neutral, and then she can never really get her combos game started that often, and she struggles in matchups like that. However, a character that can hit one move in neutral and it somehow leads to 70% is of course a fantastic character, and the fact that she has a fantastic disadvantage state as well, with the help of her float, with the help of her side B, her umbrella having a pretty good hitbox above it. I think this character is very solid overall, just is kind of good neutral, good disadvantage, excellent advantage, but the good neutral and good disadvantage isn't enough to beat out some of these other characters who I think are above her. So this next character I think is a character that's kind of like, okay, pretty good disadvantage, but then unlike Peach has a great neutral and excellent advantage, so slightly better, and that is Steve. Now, I don't know if people are going to curse me out for this opinion, start writing in the comment section, but I think Steve is very good and very scary. Like, it's absolutely hilarious that Steve is in the game, but it is not hilarious. It's very serious, in fact, when you verse Steve. This character just has an incredible top-tier camping game in neutral. I think you need to play him ridiculously lame, but if you do, it's very effective because he's got such a lame and strong neutral, but his advantage state is just as good as Peach's. In fact, sometimes better. I've seen people on Twitter just jab Greninja across the stage and land an F smash and bam, they're gone, and that combo started at like 0% pretty much. I think this character is absolutely terrifying. The combo game to kill power is way too good. Also, considering how obnoxious his neutral game is, I do think at the moment he's being carried a little bit by online and the fact it's unreactable sometimes to deal with the minecart and just to deal with his crazy camping game. But I am excited and terrified to see how Steve's meta progresses. Next up, I have put Wario, and this character probably has the best advantage state in the game. His combo game is crazy. He's crazy at going off stage as well for the edge guards. He's just got such good aerial movement, the lingering down air, his massive back air. It's very scary fighting this character and you're the one getting comboed. He's just a weird character because he's so good at camping, but also so good at being ridiculously oppressive, having so many safe aerials. If you get tapped by one, you're in combo city, and if you're scared and start shielding, he's just gonna chomp you and like go straight through with that command grab, or just grab you, and his grab also combos into like up airs and other ridiculous stuff. Also, a great disadvantage, I would like to say, with the fact he has the bike to really just go super high almost every time with his recovery and then mix up his landing options. I just think he isn't top 5 in the game because I think he loses a few too many like matchups to characters that a top tier character shouldn't be losing to. Like characters like Ice Climbers, like Pichu, these characters kind of mess up Wario. And if you're a top 5 character in the game, you can't be getting messed up by these characters. Next up is my main, Lucina. This character is just all fundamentals. This character, who does Lucina lose to? You know? Like, I know some people don't think she's top tier because she doesn't have any broken options, any broken combos where she's just getting a guaranteed 70% or just killing you at like 50 with some, like, you know, Mario just get up air, forward air, bam, you're dead. Like, Lucina doesn't have that stupid factor. But I still think she's top tier if characters are being played to their potential because she doesn't lose. As you can probably tell by like how I've not put Ness in top tier, put him down in high tier, even kept Roy in high tier because he gets absolutely bodied by some characters. I'm really valuing consistency in this tier list, and Lucina is ridiculously consistent. Kind of just loses to like Pikachu, Zero Suit Samus, maybe Pichu, maybe Greninja, and all just like slightly, like barely. And then she's kind of just going even, slightly winning against everyone else. I don't think she is broken top 5 because you're never playing her and she never feels like a top tier, you know? Like, Ness feels like more of a top tier if you're playing Ness against King K. Rool. You're like, oh yeah, this character's great. I'm just winning because of my character. Lucina doesn't have that factor, so I don't think she's top 5, but I think this is just where she is because she also just never loses as well. This is a character that definitely does have a little bit of struggle in some matchups, but not as many as Wario, which is why I think Mario and Wario are quite similar, like stubby characters that have good combos. I think Mario doesn't lose as many matchups as Wario, like Wario getting bodied by Pikachu and Pichu. Mario kind of goes even, maybe wins against Pikachu and Pichu. He really is only slightly struggling in some matchups like Lucina, like Palutena, where he's just getting outranged way too much. But it's never that bad. He always has a chance of winning. Super fundamental, easy character, similar to Lucina, but Mario also has the factor which Lucina doesn't have of just absolutely killing some characters. You're playing Donkey Kong against a Mario. Whew, good luck. I would not want to be a you. This character does have that factor of feeling like a top tier while you're playing them because he just has the touch of death. It's so scary, especially with the stages at the moment, like small battlefield, Yoshi's, all stages where it's very likely that you're going to get killed off the top every time you get touched by Mario. This character, very simple, very fun, and very, very good. Now, up next is kind of the final of the trifecta of like stubby, combo heavy characters, and that is Mr. Game & Watch. Now, Wario, Mario, and Mr. Game & Watch, all characters who have an excellent combo game, not the best neutral in the world. The reason I think Mr. Game & Watch is the best out of the three though, is he has an incredible out of shield option with that up B. Absolutely ridiculous move, that one. I also think he is the best at edge guarding out of all three of these characters, and having edge guards in Smash Bros. Ultimate is super important because characters don't have the best recovery. Game Watch can take advantage of that better than any other character in the game. The lingering back air is so good as an edge guard because he can just keep going out there. He doesn't need to stop. Game Watch is chasing you wherever you are. He can also get some cheeky things where he literally kills you with his up B off stage. Usually short stubby characters are really getting annoyed versus a lot of projectile characters because they're trying to get in and get their combo started, and the projectile character is kind of sitting back throwing projectiles. Game Watch has a bit of an answer to that with his bucket. Like, Samus, you better be scared of chucking that charge shot out now. That's why I think Wario is a bit worse, because he doesn't have that kind of advantage of having projectile characters being scared of chucking out projectiles. Game Watch does have that factor. I think he's really good, and he also feels like a top tier when you're just going to town on like Donkey Kong and just neutral airing him, up airing him, edge guarding him. It's like some characters just honestly have no chance against Mr. Game & Watch because of how good his advantage state is. Now, next up, we have Min Min. Yeah. Even though if Sakurai didn't add her to the game, I think everyone would be better off. This character is absolutely ridiculous. This character has the neutral of a projectile character who's just camping you, but she isn't actually a projectile character. She's just using her goddamn arms. So every time she's hitting you, it's doing a lot more damage than a projectile character would, slowly chipping away. Min Min has that factor of just landing some crazy 4-hit combo and you die off it somehow. Really scary character. Has the ability to edge guard while on stage, which is very handy. Excellent kill options, including like up smash out of shield or up smash to catch people landing. This character is extremely terrifying. And as you may have heard, Min Min in Japan is actually just taking over and winning offline tournaments. So it's not all online hype. This character is very scary. But once again, it's another DLC character we haven't seen that much of offline. So I'd be very keen to see where Min Min's meta goes in the future, as long as it's getting worse. Now, next up, I have put Shulk. In my opinion, Shulk honestly feels like a DLC character because of he has the dumb factor of his Monado arts, which just seems like a DLC kind of move. I think if these Monado arts are being used to their full potential, it just turns Shulk into a terrifying beast. For example, he can just escape combos with shield Monado. Let's say Zero Suit Samus, she starts hitting Shulk with the up airs, wants to combo him off the top into up B. Yeah, that would work on any other character in the game, but Shulk just real quick, whoop, switches to shield Monado, gets out of that combo. Not to mention how horrendous it is fighting Shulk when the Smash Monado comes out. If you get knocked off stage, you're getting ledge trapped by Shulk with Smash Monado. Oh my god, he just tickles you with any move at 70% and you got no chance. A fantastic character at edge guarding. That forward edge is whoosh, covering so much area. Really terrifying. A character that, once again, pretty much has an answer for every situation. Oh, I'm getting camped. Let's switch to Speed Monado and see who really is the one getting camped. Like Shulk, extremely terrifying, extremely good. Having a sword in Smash Bros, that's a good tactic. Now, moving into who I think are the top 5 characters in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. Starting it off with number 5, and that is Zero Suit Samus. Yeah, I don't know. How the hell did she get up here? She's supposed to be in mid-tier, right, Mars? Sure, she is not absolutely killing every single character in the game. Kind of opposite to Lucina, where I think Zero Suit Samus does struggle a fair bit against characters like Pikachu, Pichu, INkling, especially with INkling's dash. That must be very frustrating. But she's absolutely murdering almost every other character in the game. She's so good. Her advantage state is crazy. She just has the option of being like, nah, I'm just leaving right now in neutral whenever she wants. She can just decide to start camping, to start spacing, start playing it really slow. Then when she does go in, yeah, ridiculous advantage state, absolutely wild. Kind of similar to Steve now that I'm saying it out loud, but her disadvantage state is a million times better than Steve. This character just can't get edge guarded. This character, flip kick is incredible, has no lag. If she hits you with it, now you're the one dying for some reason, even though you're the one ledge trapping her, now you're the one dying, getting upbeat off the side. Her movement, her mobility just helps her out in every single aspect of the game. I just think this character is absolutely murdering so many other characters, and that is why she is top tier. Now, next up is Pyra and Mythra. Honestly, I could see these characters going even higher, even though there's not much room up the tier list. This character we haven't seen much of at all, the latest DLC character, but a swordy who also has an incredible combo game, who also is super fast, who I'm talking about Mythra at the moment, also switches to Pyra, then has crazy ledge traps, crazy kill potential, edge guards where you just get hit by 1-4 there at 50 and you're dead. Also, I haven't seen much of it yet, and honestly I think it might become more of a factor once we get to offline, and that is like the character shoots out a projectile, you roll through it, that turns them into slow-mo, you get a guaranteed forward smash. What an insane concept that I think some of us are forgetting about because it hasn't come into effect that much. But surely people are going to start getting that down and it's going to be terrifying. Even things like, let's say a character's coming down and you know they're going to do a landing aerial because everybody loves to do a landing aerial. Just spot dodge as they go into land, and then if they're at low percent, get your guaranteed combos going, or just get a forward smash charged up. This character low-key has witch time and everyone's forgetting about it. And let's just say the last DLC character that came in and had witch time was kind of crazy. I really don't see how this character is losing almost any matchups other than the fact that, yeah, they've got their recovery that isn't good, so they're getting edge guarded. If you're versing Pyra and Mythra and you have them off stage, you have to go out there. That is their only weakness. You have to go out there every single time. But she has like the options to do the side B as a mix-up or just switch characters mid-air as a mix-up, so it's like an air dodge that has no lag. Why is that move so safe? I don't even know. I think this character is very scary, and another character that is DLC, so I don't really have much more to say other than I'm excited to see how their meta develops, and we'll see what happens in the future. Next up, top 3 now in the game. Third best character in my opinion is Palutena. This character is kind of wild. Palutena kind of has like the range of sword characters somehow. Like characters like Mario, even Game Watch are really struggling to get in against Palutena. But then she has the combo game of like a Mario or like a Game & Watch. So she's absolutely destroying heavy characters. Even characters like Captain Falcon, who are just combo food, are getting swallowed up by Palutena's combo game. So yeah, you're like combining a sword character and a combo character into one. She even has like the projectiles, which I know aren't the amazing, but I just wanted to say that she's a projectile character as well as those other two. She also has an incredible edge guard game on top of her combo game, which just fills out her advantage state into being impeccable. She can 2-frame consistently, like any character that can get 2-frame. Like if you're Ness or you're Greninja, every time you're coming back, you're copping that down tilt. Sometimes you're copping that up smash and just dying. On top of that, her disadvantage state barely exists because of her teleport. The one thing you can do is try and hit her as she's teleporting to the ledge and snapping. But other than that, her disadvantage state doesn't really exist. She literally has moves where they've just added on invincibility. Like, yeah, every time she dash attacks, sure. And if that isn't a fantastic case for her being a top 3 character, I don't really know what is. Now, next up, the number 2 character in the game being played by the number 1 player in the game, and that is Joker. MKLeo has really showed us a lot about this character, but I don't think this is one of those hype trains where it's just MKLeo being good with Joker. We've seen a lot of other top players being good with Joker as well, including Japan's best player, Zachary. This character is just so tricky and cheeky in neutral. It has kind of the movement and the factor of Greninja, where you're kind of running in and out, getting some fantastic bait and punishes. Also has that side B, which is a fantastic projectile, and that combined with the guns and like the slipperiness of like being pretty much Greninja, just makes his character's neutral so good. Honestly, you remove side B and guns, it makes Joker a lot worse. Those moves do a lot for Joker. Joker having a tether recovery is definitely far from the best, but I still think his recovery is really good. The fact that down B and the guns can really help him out if people are trying to go out there and mess with him. He's like, sometimes he's just like, no, you can't do that right now, and then tethers. But of course, the thing that really does make him top 2 in the game, in my opinion, is Arsene. They have been nerfing that move, but he still just turns into an absolute monster. Like, you know, kids, and they're like, oh my god, there's something in the cupboard that they're scared of. It's always Arsene Joker. That is so terrifying. Back air just starts being a move that he can fling out 100 times a second and you just die at 80 if it ever touches you. His edge guards become incredible. The down air spike is brutal, including the down air spike or just landing forward air 1 on stage. Guaranteed combo into a smash attack. Like, just imagine Greninja, but every now and then Greninja's back air just instantly kills you. Like, Greninja always has to work and go out there for the edge guard kill. Joker is just like that, but yeah, just has the one-off kill power of Arsene, and it makes him so terrifying. And finally, who's gonna be number 1? It is Pikachu. This character, absolutely stupid. Although it is a meme that Pikachu is number 1 because Esam just loves to say it. I think it's true. Who does this character lose to? Maybe slightly Mr. Game & Watch, maybe slightly Mario, slightly Ness. But even then, it's like, maybe not. Maybe Pikachu wins that as well. This character simply beats every other character, and that is why they're top tier. 10 out of 10 disadvantage state, just being able to use quick attack to teleport around, teleport to the ledge, teleport to center stage. 10 out of 10 combo game, and it's improving. That's the scariest part. Pikachu players are getting better at the advantage state. You always see some crazy new things being cooked up in the lab with the up airs, with the neutral airs, like leading characters off stage and then just killing them guaranteed off the side. 10 out of 10 edge guarding game. It's just 10 out of 10s all round. And of course, that is why this character is the best in the game. The only thing he has a slight issue with is he doesn't have the biggest hitboxes. So he kind of struggles a little bit with range. Usually that doesn't matter though, because he just is like, I'm struggling a bit. Let me just turn into a projectile character, start camping with my neutral B and just chill out. But against characters like Ness and Game & Watch, Pikachu can't do that because they will absorb it. So that kind of messes up his neutral a little bit, which is why maybe Pikachu slightly loses to those characters. But other than that, crazy character. But yeah, here are all the tiers. And once again, like I said at the start of this, really, if you think about it, it's probably starting with mid-tier. Like bottom tier, just rename that mid-tier, and then it's kind of like upper mid-tier, lower high tier, because all the tier lists are really close in my opinion. Ultimate is so well balanced, which I love, having so many top tier characters. Even like, you know, like I said before, like Wario top tier struggles against a character like Ice Climbers, which I really love to see. Melee, even though it's a fantastic game, it's kind of like there's those 7 like top tier characters, and if you're playing Game & Watch, you're never ever beating them. If you're playing Bowser, you're never ever beating them. So you love to see the character diversity in this game. Let me know what you think of the tier list. Which characters really stand out to you? I'm trying to think of what my hottest takes might be. Maybe Steve being a top tier, people really disagree with. Sheik maybe is a bit too high as well in some people's opinion. But yeah, okay, leave that as a comment if you made it this far. Let me know what you think is my hottest take. What would you change about this tier list? And thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in the next video.